an SJ Sharks podcast with your host, Lars Young. Today, we gotta discuss, was firing Peter DeBoer a mistake by Doug Wilson and the San Jose Sharks organization? Before we get into it, let's see and discuss what has been going on around the league. First, the Islanders have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals after 27 years. So congratulations to them. Vegas Golden Knights with, speak of the devil, Peter DeBoer, also advancing to the Western Conference Final alongside Joe Pavelski's Dallas Stars. With that in mind, who are you guys going to root for? Obviously, all of us will most likely root for Dallas, so whoever wins, good luck to them moving forward. Now, one of the questions that we must ask is, was Peter DeBoer really the problem in San Jose? Was it a mistake letting go of Peter DeBoer? In my opinion, the answer is no. It was just his time. Unfortunately, with Peter DeBoer, when he first came to San Jose, he brought a great system to the team, a team that was craving that new voice, a new system, and he did a great job. Hence, he brought us to the Stanley Cup Final, a place we had never been before. But unfortunately, there is one problem with Peter DeBoer, I find. He can be stubborn, and he doesn't adapt well to new situations, new lines. He's always saying to his players, yeah, they know the system. They know how to play. And that's one of the problems I had with him. After that first season we had with him, it kind of just went downhill in my opinion. It was just the same bland style of play. Dump and chase. Send it to the point. Hope for a tip by Pavelski. And that's the problem. It was so one-dimensional. And that doesn't help. When you have an offense like San Jose, or at least some of the key players you have, you got to mix it up. You can't always just be looking for tips or hoping the defense will score and get a rebound, So that's one of the things I had concerns with when it came to his style of play. And unfortunately, it took his toll this season. And sadly, on December 11th, we did let go of Peter DeBoer and promoted Bob Bugner to head coach. And then on January 15th, the Golden Knights hired Peter DeBoer, and for some reason fired Gerard Gallant, which I still don't understand today. But in a recent NBCSN interview, they wanted Peter DeBoer as their head coach just because of last season, and I thought that's kind of weird. One mistake by Gallant by not calling a timeout during that Game 7 comeback. But anywho, is it something to regret seeing that Peter DeBoer is doing well in Vegas? And the answer is no. You have to remember, first of all, we can't regret our decisions that we made in the organization. You could always look back and wonder what if, but it's like in life, when you make a decision on something, are you going to regret it later on? Most likely, sometimes, maybe not at all. Sometimes it's the decision for the best, and it shapes us to who we are today. And here's something Sharks fans need to remember. Peter DeBoer inherited an already stacked Vegas team with an excellent top six, great fourth line, great solid defense, great goaltending situation, and they still play, in my opinion, the Gallant aggressive system. In my opinion, DeBoer hasn't done a whole lot. Sure, yeah, he's changed maybe one or two of the line combinations, but look, still, Vegas already had strong chemistry before he was there. Unfortunately for Gallant, he was fired because they had a short bad spell, but DeBoer, in my opinion, again, has not done anything significant in Vegas. They still play that aggressive offensive style, strong forecheck, strong back check. For me, nothing's really changed there. They're still playing that Gallant system. So that's what I'm seeing, at least on the ice. There hasn't been a lot of change. He's only made a couple coaching decisions that are very basic, but otherwise, that's it. Look, anyone in the league could have gotten that job with Vegas when they fired Gerard Gallant, and they honestly could have done nothing, wouldn't have to touch the lineup, and they would still play some great hockey. They were still in a playoff spot when they fired Gallant. Hell, even John Hines, the now coach of the Predators, former coach of the New Jersey Devils, I've seen a lot of New Jersey Devils games because they are my second team, and I gotta tell you, his style of play is so bland. And look, even the Golden Knights could have hired John Hines, and he would have probably not done anything and they would still be doing well right now. So that's the thing. That Vegas team is already stacked. That's something you have to consider. They're still playing the same system. And look, if DeBoer was still in San Jose, they still wouldn't have made the playoffs with injuries. He would have lost the locker room even more. Nothing was going to change in San Jose. And like in Vegas, nothing has changed. Besides maybe him being very disciplined with his players, but still, very much the same aggressive, gallant style and system that was carefully assembled when they first came there. Look, I give credit to Peter DeBoer. He's a very smart coach in my opinion. But again, when you inherit such a strong Vegas team, there is no doubt you're going to succeed. That's my opinion of the situation. I don't think it was a mistake to let go of Peter DeBoer. Again, any coach, in my opinion, could have gone in there and done just as good of job, just let Vegas be Vegas. Because there's no way that with Peter DeBoer in Vegas right now, he could have done the same in San Jose. I mean, that Vegas team is a whole different breed. They are much faster, more aggressive than us. Honestly, he's done nothing. Not much. That's my opinion of the situation. It wasn't a mistake we let go of him. It was just his time. Out of respect for Peter DeBoer, I want to thank him for his time in San Jose. He did a great job with us for those first few seasons, but unfortunately kind of just went downhill. Thank you so much for listening to the Seals and Teal podcast with your host, Lars Yonk. Let me know what you think of today's episodes, and plenty more will be on the way. I plan to post at least 2 to 3 episodes a week. So again, all the feedback I can get is great to make this podcast better. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Please follow the Seals and Teal podcast page on Facebook, and more will come soon. Thank you so much, and have a great day.